Hey, here's a fun little horror story slash warning for you guys. Go get your eyes checked, even if you don't think anything's wrong with them. About a year or so ago, I went to my optometrist, and I wasn't expecting much to come out of the routine appointment. I didn't feel like my eyesight was getting any worse or anything, but they ran a bunch of tests, as they usually do. And this time my doctor stopped, and then he started checking my left eye over and over again, and was like, there's something a little weird here. Is it okay if I dilate your eyes? And I was like, yeah, sure. Go for it. And he was like, we're gonna do a bunch of little tests on this. I'm gonna shine a bunch of lights in your eyes. We're gonna test something out real fast. And I'm like, okay, sure. Runs all his tests, blinds me as promised, and then he comes up to me and he goes, hey, I'm gonna refer you to a specialist because I think there's a hole in your eye. I'm just there what the fuck are you talking about? Besides the normal hole that's supposed to be there? And he's like, yeah, so apparently there's this thing that happens where you can get a hole in your retina. And it's more likely if you have bad eyesight, which my eyesight is absolute garbage, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But what happens is that hole has the potential to let water in through a otherwise impermeable barrier if it ever ruptures. And there's no way to tell that you have this hole in your retina. They just have to find it during exams. There's no symptoms, no nothing. But if that hole does ever rupture, which could happen at a random moment in time over the course of maybe a couple hours, you will go blind in that eye permanently and there will be nothing they can do about it. Your eye will collapse. So I go to the specialist confirms that the hole is in fact there, and they're like, honestly, we could seal it with a laser in the same way that you would melt down the end of a string with a lighter. They kind of melt the hole together and heal it that way, but that has potential side effects and it could make your vision worse and things like that. And they're like, we don't want to do that to you since you're so young. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait for my eye to collapse? And they're like, yeah, kinda. They're like, if you see any new floaters in your vision, don't bother going to the ER. They won't be able to help you. Come to us. We'll fix it as best as we can if it's not too late. And hopefully you won't lose your vision. And I'm like, great. Okay. I have no idea how long that hole has been there. Again, no symptoms whatsoever. You just have to get checked for it and pray that you figure out that it exists and you have some sort of warning in case your eye ever has imminent collapse, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know it was a thing that could happen, but I wouldn't have known if I hadn't gone and got my eyes checked, so get your eyes checked, please, for the love of God.